getting started. Live stream. Waiting for it to come up on the screen over here on the other machine before I get started. It shouldn't take too long for it to come up. Let's see. Make sure it's running. I believe it is, but let's see. Trying to, it hadn't made, there it is, yeah it is, now it's running there. Go back to here, trying to make sure I got everything where I want it. There it is right there. Here, trying to make sure I got everything where I want it. There it is right there. What happened? There it is there. And we're going to share it one more time. Right there. Now. But it says it's up and running. That's good enough right there. Didn't let me put it on the other screen like that. It should be already over though. It is. Got it. Okay. Now I can go back to here where I know where it's at. It's over there. That's all that matters there. And I'm going to go back to try and get set up while I start this other part. Make sure the live stream is running, and it is. Right here where I can see it enough to know that it either does or does not run. The moment it is running, that's enough right there for me to see what I want to see. Now back over to here. Now what I'm fixing to do is see if we can get this plane up and going. Now what I'm going to do is, last night when I was flying Lost in my backyard is what I named the live stream when I quit, and then I was lost in my backyard. So I'm back in my backyard again now. I'm not at Ripley because in Flight Simulator X, which I'm in now, I've got special scenery at Ripley. It's just actually it's overblown for what's there, and I didn't want to change it. I could change it in a matter of minutes, but I thought I'd leave it. I just compared to Arnold Field, which is Halls, which is a few miles. Just a few miles left to me. Somebody's speaking in the live stream and in my video, I think. Anyway, it don't matter. You know, there's somebody probably talking. If they talk too much, I'll be messed it up too. Anyway, we're gonna try this right here. I'm gonna try to fly the flight back up to 2TN4, and that is where I couldn't find it last night at first. And the reason I couldn't find it in found out after I got through, I went back and looked, and it's not even in X-Plane. That airport's not even in X-Plane. It's the same numbers in there, but it's up around Nashville. It's not down here. It's not got the same name. So 2TN4 is where we're going to be trying to go to. They don't have a VOR. The VOR of Memphis is 11750, and that's pretty close to where we're going. It'd be 18 miles out of Memphis, on a radio of 352, which that's where I was last night when I couldn't find it. No guarantee I can find it tonight, but I believe I'll be able to get a spot on it whether I ever get landed on it or not. Now, it may not the first try, but I should find it. Now, let's see if we can get this plane right here up and going. I'm going to go to here. Whoop, wrong. That blame button. The X-Plane takes pictures, not X-Plane, but the Steam takes pictures when I touch that button. That's one of the default buttons in Flight Simulator X. Now, here we go. We're going to get this right here turned around where we see it. Zoom in a little closer. I got all my little gadgets out and running. Let's see what we got going. First thing I need to do is uncover the tarp off the seat, and I'll get that off there. There we go. Now we got that all down. We need to open the little cargo door so we can put our stuff in it. There we go. Now we get this stuff off this plane. Let's get the tie downs off first. Then we'll get the chocks off, put them in a little box over there. I'll get the chocks off. There we go, got them in a little box. Then we're going to take a PWE cover off right here. Little flag hanging right, where is it? There it is on the, I don't see it, it's here somewhere. Where's that little flag at? It's here somewhere. I saw it earlier, once before. I forget where it's at. But it's on there, I just don't know where it's at right now, I don't remember. Shut my eyes and go get it anyway. Here we go, right here. I'm gonna take the PWE cover off. So I took the tie downs off a while ago. I did. I don't see a cover. I said I did. I don't even see one. Put the cover right there. Now, this thing moves so slow. It forgets you done it. Now let's get back in the plane. And I'm not going to put no second passenger in today. I'm just going to get in myself. Here we go, we're ready to go, except for firing this thing up. And we got to unlock. First thing I'm going to do before I crank it up is unlock all the controls. They're locked. And here we go, unlock all the controls right here. See them move when you unlock them. There you go. Now she's ready to go there. Now we'll get in this 3D cockpit. Look down here, we got some switches on this side. We got to have them two at least. I'm gonna go ahead and get. I guess we can wait on them right there. What we're supposed to do anyway. Now let's go over here. Move this to rich. And that on. That's on. Prime it. And see if we get started. Oh yeah, we got it running. Now we'll snap these two lights on. Now we'll leave them on. Everything is ready to roll where it looks like. Put that back down to right there. Now we do know in here I've got my regular pop-ups because they're easier to read, or I could go to this cockpit here, which has got the equipment in for that. There's not enough equipment in this plane to apply what I was doing yesterday without using some that I added. But anyway, now we're gonna get outside the plane, center there, and expand back out as far as I can. Now let's see if we can find a runway. I was going to check fuel too. I might ought to do that because I should be plenty, but let's see what we got. I think that's full right there. That's what that is. So now back outside the plane again. Let's go find us a runway. I didn't set up no certain runway, so I don't need a lot of runway space. Let me go over here to our links. Find us a, I don't care if it's open, closed. I can take all the here on the taxiway. Boy, you've got to the intersection, no problem at all. Anyway, let's go over here and see if we can get this thing in there. Now we're going to head out toward the river in a westerly divot. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring these up because what I'm going to be using. And I want this one right here also. Now, these are added, I know, to this system, but they give me the ability to do what I got to do. I had the same thing in the other planes, just harder to get to read. I had everything I got here in the other plane. It's harder to read and harder to set up. And the way they're laid out, hard to get to. That's the runway. That's it's closed, but we want to take a runway right there. That's the runway right there too. Oh, well, that's almost west. Okay, we're gonna be going west toward the river. Get this thing now. I've only got a certain length of time. I've got something I got to do here in about an hour. Hopefully, that's about all I'll need. Something like that to get up there and find that airport. Turn this thing westerly. Now, I don't have to worry about wheels or flaps this time because this plane don't have them. It's got wheels, but they're not retractable. All right, there's west. Let's get. So easy to do when you read that stuff. Now what I'm gonna do is pull up the radio stack right there. And 1750 is Memphis. Right there. And 1750 is Memphis right there. Both of them are owned. And I said out of Memphis, I'm gonna go ahead and set it out of Memphis first, but out of Memphis is 353. 352 is out of Memphis to the airport I'm going to. But what I'm going to have a receptacle which is, see right there, be the back of it, the reciprocal. I've got to have it, and it is 172, which is right along in there. That's exactly where the back of it was a while ago. Now here's the river. Now I'm going to climb about 2,500 or so, 3,000 would be good enough. Well, let's call it 28, 29, yeah, 3,000. Or 3,000. I'm going to set this on about 120, 125, which is about all this plane will do. Now I took off of Arnold Field. There's an airport right there on my left. Well, that's just before I open my mouth. No. So from Arnold Field, airport off to my right there, behind me, is Dyersburg Municipal. The river's there. Now this airport here that we're looking at off to my left, that's actually Ripley. It's a fictitious in my place there. It's really didn't start there. It's got all kinds of fancy stuff that it don't supposed to have. It's supposed to be just a great strip. That's where I didn't start right here. I want to just back down to there now. We're gonna set this on. I said 125 right there. I'm gonna turn it on, and we're gonna set the heading right where we're going right now. And that's where we're headed right now. That'll take us to the river and up the river. Let's get over toward the river just a little bit further. It's a little too far away from the river at this point. Let's move over toward the river. I want to move to it or across it by the time I get to the other end, so I'll have more time to look for that airport. I don't believe the airport will be as hard to find today. Now Ripley will be easy to find today because you see Ripley miles and miles away. Plus I've got a VOR in Ripley and ILS on both ends of that airport. It's not in real life. In fact, it's been right under my plane now that you're looking at, that little spot of ground. The little spot of ground right there underneath my plane, that is my actual home. I live in a treasure house on that spot of ground right there. The treasure house is there. So is my backhoe is there. My place out back where I burnt trash is there. It's all right there on that piece of ground. That is a shot right out of Google. That friend of mine applied it in the simulator for me. And it's just about the right place too. I follow that road right out there to it that goes to my house. That is my home where I live personally. Now I could even fly down by it right quick, get a little closer. Let's do that right quick before we go out, before we leave here. I'm gonna turn everything back off. That's it. Let's go down by that little patch of ground. Don't you crash the ground and your nose down. Mess around and crash. Alright, let's go down by there. By that little spot of ground. I forgot about that till I saw it. It was added into this same time, well, actually it was added after the airport was added. He added this for me. And it is I live in a trailer house where I live in, but I own 2 trailer houses and a house on this spot of ground, plus there's a couple other houses I don't own on it, on this little spot of map. But let's see if we can get close over and see what we're looking at. It's Google Earth, and that's my trailer right there. That's my trailer. And at the right altitude, it actually looks real. Get too close, it don't. But if you get the right altitude, you can actually see it. There's an old Dodge Chevrolet truck sitting out there in the front yard. The backhoe right in the backyard. There's that burn pile right there. The burn pile where I was talking about where I burned garbage. I didn't burn garbage. I burned brush pile. In fact, it's a big brush pile right now that hadn't been burned. A new one. Now let's get this thing back on the road. But that is my home where I personally live. Now we're back on the road, get headed up the river. Back over toward the river just a little bit more. I didn't turn the right water on. That one. Now I'll turn this one off. We don't need it right now, we'll need it later. Not too far over now, right there. Well, I'm gonna make it L50. 250 ought to work good. For now anyway. Let's take this on out here toward. Now we're headed toward Memphis. On my right hand side, the red writing on that tag, DME, the 53 is how far it is to Memphis, 53.3 miles to Memphis. Our airport we're looking for, like I said yesterday, is 18 miles out of Memphis on a heading of 352 out, or on the way in it's on the radial of 172, which should put you pretty close over to. It might not be dead on it, but it's going to be close. Close enough you look, you find it. It's got a lake and an airstrip running alongside the lake. That's what I looked for yesterday. It wasn't in the X-plane. That's the reason I didn't find it. And if it had been, it might not have been as prevalent. Like I said, I couldn't find Ripley either when I come back to Ripley. But I was just overlooking it, or either that or the time of day. I changed the time of day just a little when I went back over, I seen it. It's just that grass strip at the right time of day and a reflection of the sun leaves it, the strip don't show up. It might have been what it was. I wasn't seeing it because of the time of day. Even though I changed the time of day one time, but I changed it again later. And flew back by there. Hold on, I just sort of turned the camera off. And about the third pass, I found it. Uh-oh, let's see what I got here. I'm back. One of them calls that don't say nobody. Sound like you opened up a recorder where it sounds like on the other end. I didn't give him the privilege of listening to me cussing this time, but I will. I get tired of that junk. Now, let's see if we can get this thing through here. Like I say, up on the upper left-hand corner, the yellow needle with a broken bar. The bar at the top means it's this direction to the line. Once that bar comes down in lines, then I go straight from there down the line to the airport I'm looking for. The bar on the right will point straight toward Memphis when at all times, as long as the VOR stays on. And if I turn it'll come around as I fly, and it'll line with the one on the left. When it gets perfectly in line with the one on the left, I'm in line with the airport and the airport I'm looking for, or close to it. It's not a perfect line, so it could be off a little to either one side or something. Now I feel it come down a little bit. I'm higher than I want to be when I get there, and I'm not too far away. 20 miles, 30 miles from where I'm headed, and up the river and over into it. I think I can come back around a little. I don't think I gotta go this far over because the river turns yonder. I believe I can cut across this corner to save a little time. I'm gonna head about center of that little crook in the river yonder between the two corners. Now, still coming down at 700 feet a minute. Hey, look around. The airport's all out in here too. Little grass strips and stuff. Fisherman's Dreams out here somewhere. That's the name of it. Or something dream. I said Fishman. It might not be Fishman. There's a couple of them out here right pretty close to the river, right along this line. Now, the bar on the right, the green arrow, is coming down slowly. It's coming down to headed for 190. Got to go to 172. It's headed to 190 now. That's about 193 now. Give my guess. And I can even prove that what it is by just going right here. When this arrow lines, that's what it actually is. $191, which I've done travel a little since I said that. 191. I got to bring it back around to 172. This is where I got to be. Right there. Now I'm gonna set that right there so it won't pass it. When I get right, it'll make it turn whether I'm ready or not. We're gonna try to find this airport is 2TM4. It's called Shoemaker, and it's on the State Park, Shelby Forest State Park, where it's at. I'll assume it's probably a fire station airport, but I'm not sure of that. There is some things going on. They just have an airport. People get in and out of there for a little trip for vacation and stuff. So it's just a little private airstrip, or a little small airstrip. I say private. I don't know about that. Probably government. I don't remember. Well, 2TM4 that's listed. I don't know what it's named other than Shoemaker. We are 42 miles out of. I'm gonna come over this way a little more. I can head to that. I see the river comes back out up yonder. I can head to the outside, the most west part in front of me, across the other side of this river, across this channel part. And the other part of where in front of me, the most west side, I can go ahead to there. That'll still keep me far enough away to do what I gotta do. Let's see what this does. I'm just doing this on kind of what happened last night. Couldn't find it. I believe I find it in this one. And the fact I have been to it before in this one. I'm pretty sure on video, but it's been quite a while ago and I don't remember exactly. So it's about midnight now. Just started choking up. Quick as I get this done, I gotta go check on something. Right now I'm looking to see what time it is. It is 6:45. I'm gonna be out of here in another 30 minutes or so. Well, I am or not, I need to be, I'll put it the other way. Moving slow enough. I'm far enough away, the arrow's not moving around very fast. I don't want to go too straight to it. I don't want to get inside the 18 miles before I get turned online. I need time to straighten out and line up. Well, we over Arkansas. I don't know how far we are from Fayetteville, I don't know. Fayetteville's my friend's airport he learned to fly on, practiced on or whatever. It's not too far out here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. It's got a little bogus airport there too. It's close, not too far from what it was, but it does have the VOR and all on it. It's not supposed to have the VOR, I don't think. Anyway, it was added for him like I was added for me. Oh, 36 miles out, moving on a 45 degree angle across the airport toward it, across it a little bit. I'm gonna try to come back over towards the river a little bit. I don't want to get too far over to it. I keep hitting the wrong button, turning my plane instead of turning the actual flight. Right there, let's try that right there a while. As long as we're still on this side of the river, around the river, we're alright. We'll give us time to find it. If you get too far over, it could be behind you, which would show it on the DME, but I don't want it behind me. Unless I miss it, then it'd be behind me. My plane get a little lean to the right, look like against the night. It does that sometimes. Especially if you fly a little too fast, that little plane. Coming down to about 1500. I don't remember what the airport is as far as altitude. we're level down at 1500, but we still got a signal. All right, the yellow DME, the yellow radio stack 1 instrument gauge. The yellow bar is coming down toward the center. It's preparing to turn. Now I'm fixing to slow down real heavy. I want to be like last night. I can't get nothing else ready, but I can slow down to about 80. About 80 knots is where I want to be now as I come into here. We're 31 miles out, and we're fixing to turn straight into that. We'll let the plane fly in toward the VOR. See, last night I was going to do that, but there was so much trouble settling off. I just tried to hand fly it, which is all right. I could hand fly this probably better than I could. Yeah, I'm gonna take the radio stack off the screen. Don't need that. The DMB, I gotta have it. I don't really need the nav 2. It's pointing straight to the airport. Not this airport, but Memphis. But the nav 1 is gonna guide me straight toward Memphis as it can on the radio I want to be on. On radio 172. Now I'm gonna take nav 2 off. If I want it back, I'll get it back. I don't need to see down there except the lights enough to see their own. I'll see if it's a little blurry after I make that small for me on my screen. Alright, we're fixing to turn and follow that line into Memphis. Hopefully get right on. If it don't, I'll hand fly it, because I want to get as close to it as I can. Sometimes they'll zigzag back and forth across the line, won't really hold it. We're still in Arkansas at this point, so it don't matter. But we'll be turning here in a few minutes more toward Memphis. Actually, the bridges are probably up there in front of us, not too far. And the pyramid, of course, is in Memphis. Why am I turning? It's moving the wrong way at this point, but I think that's because of when it goes to try to get on wide, it'll move a little bit toward it first. So let's try to do that, fly into the line. It's already turned the heading bug loose. It's flying by nav already. I can set the heading bug to the actual course now because it's not used it anyway. If I decide to switch over, I can. 2 is right there. Alright. I'm still letting it pass on. I don't know. I won't let it fly itself. I think it's going to be a wide berth and they're going to stay straight on line. I'd rather be closer to the line than I had a wide. It's going to fly across before it turns the way it looks. I'd rather turn a little earlier. I'll be turn the heading bug on, I think. Turn the heading bug on. Now let's fly it by heading bug from here on in. 26 miles out. I got to go to 18. Yellow line on the left hand side is lined. Very little broke. I see a little offset it, but it ain't enough to talk about. Now I'm gonna come off about 2 degrees just because the line is offset about a half a line. I'm gonna see if I can make that back. Probably, if we got any wind, it could take high as 4 degrees or so to hold that line, keep them slipping. But even though I'm reading a different reading, as long as that line is lined, I'm on the right direction. The line is 172. If I keep it lined, I'll be 172 from here to the airport. Even by blind 175, I'm still moving at a 172 heading. It's the rest of it's crab. One more that way is 175. What I got there. The bar is almost lined, but it still shows a little offset to that side. I'm working toward it. 25 miles out, 18, 19, 20, 17, 7 miles to go. 7 miles to the airport we're looking for. We'll go 1 more degree to the right, to the south. I still ain't quite got that line. It's not bad. I can live with what I got. I see a couple of airports out there from me already off to my left, but the airport I'm looking for should be more in front of me. That's probably Middleton, and nothing over around Middleton. In fact, Shoemaker's considered in Middleton. It's in Shelby County, but it's considered in Middleton, city limits, the city area. District, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go 1 more to the south again, or I still ain't pulled that line on that yellow bar, even though I'm real close. Trick is now spotting that airport before you pass it. It is hard to see even at this. Could even be off to one side enough I have to swing around and look. Put my head on a swivel out here and see if I can find anything. I see something in front of me, which I believe that's going to be it. I see something off to my right in front of me. Looks like a runway. Maybe something else, but it sure looks like one. It's pretty close to right. We're 22.7, 4 miles out. And it could be a little off from what I'm saying. 18 is right on, pretty well right on it though. I believe that's going to be it. I'm looking at it already. There's also a lake off to my left over here though. I'll be careful, make sure I don't overlook the runway. Well, I didn't need that view there. I'm bet about going there just to get it straightened back out. I see something off to my left here in front of me. I can't see it yet. I believe that's it in my front of me though. I do believe it's it right there. But I can't be 100% sure yet. Let's see where we at TME wise. 20 miles. 2. That's going to be awful close. I believe that's it. I'm fixing to head for it just in case. I'll turn everything off. Radio back. Alright, that's it. I see it now. I already see it. I see the airport. I see it right there. I see it, the runway in the woods yonder. And I'm showing 19.8. It's supposed to be 18 miles from Memphis. I'm still a mile or so from it too. It's 18 miles. If I stationary my plane over the top of it, that's what I'd read, because that's how I got it. To write it down. High enough that VOR to stay on. Just before I get there, I'll probably lose the get down in these trees a little bit. Hang a few leaves in my wheels as I come across here. A little too fast. Watch out, trees. Try to get down because I'm fast. Now, this is 210-4 I looked for last night. This is it. I mean, I recognize I ain't even got to check the numbers on it. I've been here a bunch of times playing around. See, there's my lake along the side right there. The runway looks better than usually. It looks better than here it did in FSX, not Steam. They've changed some of the texture, so that's definitely better. Pretty long runway. Okay, let's go down here and park this thing, and then I've got to hang this up for now. That's right here where we're going to leave it sitting, if it don't quit on me. Okay, we'll lock the brakes on it. Back inside the plane. Go down here toward the bottom. We're going to just cut all these off right now. We'll go ahead and cut the fuel down to lean. Everything is off. Gonna set the controls. Set the lock control locks. There we go. Now we'll get out of the plane. And we're going to open the little cargo door, get our stuff out of it we gotta have. Now we're going to go right around here to toward the front of the plane. Let's put the chocks on the wheels. Get the tie down on the wings so they said the wind won't blow it away at night. And we're going to take time to put a Peter tube cover right there. I didn't see it before because it wasn't on there. Must have forgot to put it on last night. There we go, right there. Now we got everything done. Everything. Whoop! I did it again. When you put the cover on first, it gets wrinkled a little. Let's see if we can get that cover back over for a minute and close that door first. Now we want to put the cover on there. There we go. Now we'll get tangled up in it. That's it. And that's going to be it for now. It's a town dog. That's I'm lost. I found myself. Flight Simulator X. That's why I fly Flight Simulator X right there. That's it. Now I'm gone. Look at that water shimmering out there. That wind's shining on it. I'll catch y'all later. I'm gone.